We choose to make Jackie our libero, and we choose to play her at the left back position, okay? Your left back position touches more balls than anyone on the court. You want your best ball control person. You don't necessarily have to have your best athlete, but you have to have your most experienced person. And the reason for that is that Jackie is responsible for first and second balls that come over, as well as the sharp shot cross court that more people hit than any other shot in the game. So where we're trying to sell to you is to use your libero in this position for defensive purposes, and then we'll talk a little bit later about her abilities and the way you can use her in coverage, okay? So Jackie would be our left back. Jackie, will you get up there? Okay, let's say Sue. Come right here. Sue is our baseline player, okay? Sue has to be a better athlete. She has to be able to move sideline from sideline. Now, this also depends on what defense you're playing. So if you're playing a perimeter defense, maybe she doesn't have to be the best athlete. We're going to show you a rotation, and we're going to talk about the differences in defense later, okay? Sue has to be able to read the opponent very, very well because she has to cover behind your left back as well as covering behind your right back, okay? So Sue, just stand right here for right now, okay? Then our right back player is our setter at this point in time, Casey, okay? So Casey will touch less balls because we don't attack as much from the weak side of the court as we do from the strong side of the court. That's why you put your setter, your right back is usually your setter. Half the time it could be someone else. So it doesn't have to be a great defensive player. However, because she takes on the responsibility of running your offense also, she has to be a very smart player. Setters have the tendency to leave their defensive spot a little too early to go to offense. So we have to spend a lot of time training the setter. Okay, now, before we go and we look at our team defense, there's one more position that's part of your team defense. Will you go over there? Your second line defense is your 3 back row players and then 1 front row player or offside blocker if you're not choosing to block with 3 people. Okay, so Carrie is our left front player. Get up there, Carrie. The most important thing about Carrie's position is that she be able to get off the net quickly, okay? And we're going to talk about that now. We're going to talk about movement and how we use the movement on the court. Her responsibility can be anywhere from sharp angle shots to tips, depending on the defense you use. So again, when Carrie gets off the net, we want her to be in a little bit of a stride position so that she can go forward for the ball, okay? We're going to try to sell this whole video that you use your libero in this position here. Can you use her there? Certainly. You can use her anywhere you want on the court. But we found that it works best for us if our best defensive player touches the ball as much as possible. And at our level, this position touches the ball most. Okay, now we're going to move on to show you our team defensive movement from our base position to our team defense.